It's the beginning of August and it's time for me to get another garden tour in so I can show you what's doing amazing here in Western Washington and what's struggling. And there's definitely my fair share of both, so let's get into it. Hi friends, I'm Laura. This is Double Vision Homestead. And here we're going to get started on my garden tour. It's August 2024 and it's feeling warm and toasty. Some things are great, some things are not so great. I just started filming this video and there's something squeaking in here in my tunnel. I don't know if I have little bunny babies or something. I don't really want to mess with the nest, but I think I stepped on it and they started squeaking at me. So we'll see if they come out in this video or not. You know, you never know what's going to happen with gardening. We're in the outdoors, so are all the other animals, and this year has been crazy for rabbits and deer in my yard, and none of them seem to be scared of me. They just are happy that there's food that they are able to get to and steal from me. So let's get into it. I'm in my tunnel here. I mostly grow peppers, but I do have some cucumbers and some eggplants. Some are doing fantastic and some are struggling. So first, we can see here, some of these don't look too bad. I am getting a decent amount of peppers from them, and other ones, like over here, are struggling. It's still putting out some little peppers, but they're kind of struggling a little bit. I have figured out what my problem has been, but you know, it's just taking a while to fix. I like that there's some dill that's popped up in here. I didn't plant it, but there it is. But these plants are stunted because I reused the soil from last year. I meant to put in some fertilizer and I never got around to it till just recently. So I can already see that they're starting to get dark green and healthy looking, this new growth, but it is taking a bit to have them really start getting better. But then behind me here, I've got cucumbers. You see this? I meant to just start them in this tunnel and then move them out to the garden where they could go crazy, but they're just gonna go crazy in here. So here we are, cucumber jungle, looking good, producing stuff. They seem to be doing well. They're enjoying this, being on this watering system, a lot more frequent than I water. And then eggplants, they're slow to grow here. Again, they were lacking some nutrients. They've got it now. And it looks like they're just starting to put out some flower buds here. They'll be blooming soon, and we'll end up with some eggplants. Oh, this one already does have a bloom on it over here. They're some of the prettiest flowers, I think. But yeah, this is two cucumber plants. They're, as you can see here, this is a green apple. It's kind of like a lemon cucumber. They're delicious. And it's all over the place. Now let's see what was squeaking at me. If I can even see what it is, but I see there's some like fur looking stuff in there. They stole some of my straw from one of the buckets, it looks like. Maybe I can kind of uncover it a little bit. I don't want to touch it too much, but it was definitely squeaking at me. That's something. I don't know. We'll just cover it back up. There's multiple somethings in there. But here we've got more cucumbers. More peppers. This bell pepper's looking pretty good here. Got some good sized ones. Yeah, some struggling, some doing great. Just kind of how it is, but I am still getting plenty of peppers because I overplant everything. Then I've got these sweet potatoes that I meant to plant out in other places, but they're just in buckets, so it is what it is. Let's go see what's out in the rest of the garden. And now we've got the main garden. Right behind me is my corn. It's not crazy tall, not doing anything yet, but soon-ish we will be enjoying some corn. It looks okay. I don't plant a huge amount since there's only 3 of us in the family, and I don't do any kind of preserving of it. I just like to eat it fresh. But I do it in a big clump so that it will pollinate each other since it's wind pollinated. I also help it because there's just not that much of it, so it needs a little help sometimes. Just kind of shake them and help them drop their pollen onto the plants next to them. But here they are, and right behind them I have this beautiful iris that I didn't know blooms twice, because it bloomed earlier this year and now it's blooming again. So definitely happy about that. Lots of buds that will be blooming again very soon. So this fig tree looks way better now than it did earlier in the season. It definitely got some damage from some freezing rain during the winter time, but it looks like there's quite a few that are soon going to be ripe. They're not ripe yet. Off my other tree, I did get one that probably could have stayed a couple more days on there, but that's okay. And then these kiwis, I see there are some up there. They're just not quite ripe yet, but there's still lots of them on there. So hopefully we'll get some of those soon as well. Got watermelon over here. It looks like it's doing okay. We don't have any fruit on it yet, but it is starting to flower. So hopefully that means there will be some fruit growing on it soon. Hopefully that guy will be pollinated. We'll get some little watermelons. Strawberries have been growing like crazy. Still plenty of them on there. They're doing great. They're very delicious. And then right over here, I've got my tomatillos. They are looking like I should be harvesting some of these. These look definitely ready, maybe a little bit past ready, but that's okay. I'm sure they'll be delicious. So I guess I'll be out here harvesting those later. And then right here is my black cherry tomato. I actually haven't had any yet. Oh, but I see some hiding in there. I'm gonna have to try this. I've never had a black cherry tomato before. It looks tasty. We'll see if it tastes as good as it looks. Tastes like a great cherry tomato. I think I'll probably grow it again because this thing grows insane. This is one plant and it's enormous. Just one cherry tomato going from one side of the bed to the other. Just insane. And then over here, growing some sweet potato. It's my first time with it, so I don't know how well it's going to do or not, but looks healthy, so we'll see how it is. And then we've got the zucchini. I cannot keep up with this thing. I harvest it. Oh my gosh, these are enormous. I harvest this every other day when I'm out here, and that thing is enormous, way too big. We've been giving zucchini away at work. Oh my gosh, there's an even bigger one over here. Well, maybe I'll be making some zucchini bread because I see more big ones back there. 2 plants, apparently too much for our little family, but everyone's always happy to get it. My husband took a bag to work the other day. Everyone was happy to get it. It was gone before his first break. So they all packed it up and were happy with it. And then I mentioned it at my work as well. People bring in garden vegetables all the time, but apparently nobody's brought in zucchini yet. And then everyone was like, please bring it in. We want more zucchini. So I guess people like zucchini in this area. Then over here, I've got, this is a type of pole bean that I haven't grown before, and I planted it later than the other side of the trellis, so it's really just starting to climb. I gotta help it out a little bit so that it leans the correct direction, but it's starting to climb. It's doing its thing. But behind it are different kinds of small melons. I've got the farthest north here, and then this one that's just growing the craziest and taking over is a Japanese tiger melon. I've never grown that one before, but I see melons. So we love these little mini melons because, well, big melons don't grow that well here in Western Washington, so we have to grow smaller ones, and they taste just as good, if not better. Then, you know, tomato bed. Looks like it's doing pretty good. So far I haven't gotten a whole lot of my paste tomatoes. I grow the Amish paste, but you know, I see there's plenty on here. They're much larger than like a Roma or something. That one, some of these are kind of weird shaped. This doesn't even look like a paste tomato. Oh, probably because it's cat-faced, but that is definitely an Amish paste. These ones down here look a lot more like what they're supposed to look like. That's just kind of how tomatoes are. And this one, the Sartre Roulois, they're beautiful. I don't know how well it's going to support these tomatoes because they get very large, and that's a lot of them all at one spot, but it's probably the only time I'm going to grow them. I'll give them some more chance, but not a lot of flavor, I felt like, for a yellow tomato. This one's Blue Beauty. I haven't gotten a ripe one yet of that, so I can't tell you about the flavor of that, but there's plenty on there. Then I have Black Beauty. These ones are crazy. They're pretty hard to even tell when they're ripe because they're barely any green on them, but there is just a little green on the bottom, so once that goes away, they're ripe, but it tastes pretty good. And then these Paul Robeson, these taste pretty good. I think I'll probably grow those ones again. Let's see. Over here we've got some beets and carrots. I haven't harvested any carrots yet or beets, but I see this one. I've said before, once they start showing their tops, they're ready to be harvested. So let's see what I'm getting. This is my first carrot of the season, and it looks perfect. So that's exciting. I guess we'll be having carrots for dinner tonight. And I am thrilled. It's always a little nerve-wracking to just kind of pull something out that is underground, but then when you get a carrot that just is perfect, I mean, what more can you ask for? That's amazing. But my pole beans are on this side of the trellis are starting to take off. There's lots of them on there. Looking good. Here's another farthest north melon. These are green fleshed melons. They're very good. I grow them every year. And as you can see, not everything is perfect in my garden. There's plenty of weeds, and that's okay. I get to them when I get to them, or I don't. And I've got these couple cucumber plants. They haven't really started to do a whole lot yet. They're pretty slow growing out here. It's, I'm guessing, more to do with watering than anything else. Maybe need a little fertilizer. My potato patch, it looks like half of them have died back, but there's still half of them that are green. So I'm gonna let those keep going until they die back, and then we'll harvest their potatoes and hopefully get a nice big amount this year. I just don't want any potato flowers. Don't need those. Or the fruit, I guess, either. Don't need that. Okay, and so right above the potatoes, I've got another fig tree. This one's taller and healthier than my other one, but it looks like this is the one that I actually got a fig off of. And as you can see, once you kind of get in here, there's just figs everywhere. And they, when you see them up above and they kind of split on the bottom, that's how I know they're ripe. But you just gotta be out here quick because I don't want them full of bugs or anything. But these are looking very good. They're nice and soft. Oh yeah, that one feels ready. If I can get it off, just rips off. Now I'll see if I can do this one-handed, and might just have to bite into it. I normally split them open. Let's get out in the sun so we can see the color of it. This is an Olympian fig, so I'm from Washington. This is a native fig, I guess, to our state. Grows well here, no problems, easy to grow. Let's see how it tastes. So it's kind of just a lighter pink on the inside. It's not like those really dark colored figs that a lot of people are familiar with, but it's delicious, especially fresh off the tree. My raspberries look like they're still producing, looking like they're getting close to the end of the season though. Same with the blueberries. We're getting close to the end with these as well. Just kind of the last bits left. Still delicious though. Then back here we have our winter squash. So this is a red curry squash. These will end up not crazy big, you know, bigger than my hand, but not crazy big. And they will be more of a red color, hence the name red curry. But this plant is usually crazy how much it takes over. One plant and you can just get so many of these squash, and they're delicious. But it looks like it's doing okay. Probably needs some water. Looks a little wilty. That's okay. I'll water tonight. Then I grow lavage just because it's easier than celery. It's perennial, so that's lavage. Then I've got some spaghetti squash, not doing a whole lot yet. Then we got some pumpkins. Again, these look like they need some water, but that's okay. I can do that. I can give water when needed. That we got some babies starting to grow. And then I've got more pumpkins over here. Apparently this year I wanted a bunch of pumpkins. So These ones I think are just supposed to be like a miniature variety here, and obviously white. I think it might end up with stripes, orange stripes once they're ready. But we got a couple of them on already. Anything on this guy? Nothing on this yet, but it looks like it is escaping the garden. It'll probably get eaten by the deer if it grows through that fence. Thanks for watching. Lately, we've basically just been eating cucumbers, zucchini, and tomatoes. A little bit of green beans here and there, but not a whole lot else yet in the garden. We're gonna have carrots tonight. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked it. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you again soon.